So there is a question that Baba asks, what is the reason for not experiencing happiness even after belonging to the Father? Yes, so you see there is this one sister and she's a Kumari, and she was having a lot of cough and cold, and her father is a doctor, and she was yesterday telling me that I have a lot of cough and cold. So I told her, your father is a doctor, why don't you ask him for medicine? So she said, no, I don't even need to ask. He gave me the medicine, but I didn't eat it. So I said, but why didn't you eat it? So she said, I don't know why I didn't eat it. I just didn't take it, and then it escalated and now it's bad. So you see that even when the father is a doctor, the child can be very ill. And despite the father giving the medicine at the right time, but the child not taking it. So Baba says that I am the ocean of happiness, and what should my children be like? They should be full of happiness. And do you know that the most important distinguishing quality of a Brahmin from a non-Brahmin, which means a BK who is learning from Baba, who is under the canopy of Baba, and a person who doesn't know Baba, what is the distinguishing quality in both of these? What is the difference? So the difference is happiness. So one who knows Baba, the sign is they should be ever happy. And those who don't know Baba, they cannot be ever happy. They can be happy sometimes, but not always. But we, Baba's children, we should have everlasting happiness, because we are the children of the ocean of happiness. But why is it that many children don't have this trait? So if you look at Mama, Baba, you look at Dadis, then what was their quality? They were always happy. And nobody saw a sad face of Dadis or Mama or Baba. So you could never see them, not even sad, but even less happiness or lack of enthusiasm. This was not their trait. So you could always see them in happiness and a lot of enthusiasm. So happiness is also expressed in the state of enthusiasm, where you are ready and willing for any productive work at all times. So this was their quality. And why are we children sometimes not having that same quality? So Baba underlines two things today. So one is, we don't imbibe knowledge properly. So you see, just like I gave you the example of the child whose parent is a doctor. So what does the doctor give? Medicine. What does Baba give us? Baba gives us, first thing, knowledge. Second, Baba teaches us how to have yoga with him. And through yoga with Baba, we can draw everything that Baba gives us. So Baba says, these are my two gifts, knowledge and yoga first. So if you don't imbibe knowledge, I give you the knowledge, but you don't use it, you don't apply it. Second is, I teach you yoga, but you don't sit and remember Baba. Then how will you change from this state of lack of happiness to happiness. So let us think about the knowledge that Baba gives us and how we fail to imbibe it and how it results in lack of happiness. So you see, first thing Baba tells me is, I am a soul and my need is knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss and power. So I am made of these 7 qualities and I was full of these qualities, but now I have taken birth after birth after birth and I have lost out on them. And now they are my need. Yes, so just like you see, the body is made of 5 elements. So whenever the body runs out of water or food, then the need of the body is water and food and air and warmth, because the body is made of 5 elements. Similarly, who am I? I am the soul, and what I need is knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss and power. Now the interesting thing is, we have in this 63 births in Ravan Rajya, we have been programmed to believe that my need is people, places, things, attainments, achievements. Yes, and what we have done is, you see, what Ravan does is, it messes up with your programming, and then whatever is not true is programmed into you. So we have been programmed to believe that my need is people, places, things, achievements, attainments, accolades, recognition, appreciation. So these are my needs, and because of that we have come to this convoluted thinking that when I have all of this, then I'll be happy, peaceful, loveful, joyful, blissful. And we have been trying to keep all of that intact for several births now. Yes, and then people tell us that if you do everything right, okay, so if you do everything right, then people, places, things, achievements, attainments will be your way. Correct? So if you're doing everything right, then the person with you will behave your way, or the person you think is your source of love and happiness will behave according to you. And if he's not behaving according to you, then there's something wrong with you. So you keep changing yourself until they behave the way you want. And then if things are not coming to you the way you want, or situations are not being your way, then also there's something wrong with you. And then what you do is, you keep correcting your behavior. You keep wearing stones, you keep performing pujas, and you keep doing havans, and you do something, you correct your stars, you correct your behavior, you do whatever you can until they behave your way. So this is how we have been programmed to think, right? This is how we are operating in the world, because we think that there is some method to make people, places, things and attainments, achievements work my way. It's just that I have not got that method, but there are some people who have got that method, and I want to just crack it. So this is how we are operating in the world. But this is the programming of Ravan, and this is the complete opposite of truth. And Baba tells us that people, places, things, attainments, achievements can never be your way. Yes, you and they have, you have your own path, you have your own trajectory, you have your own destiny, and they have their own destiny. Sometimes you and they come together, and then you think that everything is happening according to what I want. But that can only happen for a temporary period. It cannot always be like that. This is what Baba says, that Baba says, you have your own script and drama has its own script. So your script will go its way and drama script will go its way. And even your body is part of drama. Yes, your body, the people, places, things, everything, they are a part of drama. So they cannot go together always. Now, Baba tells us that this whole programming is mistaken. So what is the truth? The truth is that you are a soul, and right now in your 84th birth, whatever was your original quality is your need right now. So right now you need knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, power. And who do you get it from? You get it from me, Baba. So Baba says that I am the ocean of knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, power, and in silence, when you sit in my remembrance and when you listen to my knowledge and when you act according to my directions, you will be full of these qualities. And when you will be full, then you will not operate in the world for happiness. You will operate in the world with happiness, with peace, with love. Yes, so Baba says you have to be with people, places, things, but not with the attitude that they will fill you with what you need, but with the attitude that you have to be in your quality and express it in action in the context of people, places, things. So this is what Baba tells us is the truth. Now, do we use this knowledge, or do we just wait for, so you see, I'll tell you one incident. So there is this Mata, and she would sometimes come to class and sometimes miss class. Sometimes she would come for the Murli and sometimes she would miss the Murli. And then once she came for the Murli for 8 days continuously, and then no break. So that had never happened. So I asked her, what happened? Are you okay? So then she said, yes, Didi, there is only one Baba and none other, and only Baba gives us what we want. Nobody gives us what we want. So I said, okay, that's true, but how did you realize it? Because that is the truth and that's being spoken, but how did you get to realize it? So she said, I love my son so much, and mostly he is very well behaved, but of late he has been so rude to me. And when he is rude to me, then I started to understand that actually there is only Baba who is always nice to me. And then you need to be nice to Baba. So I said, okay. And then the son called, okay. Just when she was talking, the son called and he said, sorry mama, and maybe he cried also, I don't know. So then the Mata said, okay, now I have to go. My son is back home and now he's fine, so I have to go back. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we realize this thing that, my source is Baba and I have to take everything from Baba when people, places, things are not cooperating with me. At that time we realize it. But whenever they are in favor of me, whenever, this illusion that I'm getting love from people, this illusion that I'm getting happiness from things, that illusion that I'm getting peace from the place I'm in. So, whenever that illusion is being fed, then you forget this law. And what happens is, Maya doesn't attack you. So there is a belief system that Maya always troubles you. Yes, but you know, how does Maya get the capacity to trouble you? Because Maya first makes you comfortable. So if Maya is not able to take you into its trap by making you comfortable, then Maya will not have the power to trouble you by taking away your comfort. So what Maya does is, Maya first gives you everything. Yes, Maya will give you temporary happiness through things, temporary love through people, and everything will be hunky-dory and all will be acting according to you. And then you fall into that trap that all the spiritual education is nonsense, and you actually get love, peace, happiness from people, places, and things. And when you are fully into that trap, then Maya will pull out. Yes, Maya will take away that which she had given you. And then you will be very upset. Because if you are not into the trap of temporary happiness, then Maya cannot take it away from you. So the important thing is to be with Baba, to realize that Baba is your source of knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss and power in favorable circumstances. And when you build that relationship with Baba, when you pay attention to yoga and murli and spiritual practice, when everything is fine, then when things shift, you will not be very affected. But if you ignore your spiritual practice when everything is fine, because you feel it's not important, because you feel that right now I am peaceful, I am happy, and you don't realize that you're peaceful, happy, but because of what? Because of because of something that's perishable and changeable, and that's going to change and perish very soon. So if you don't realize that, then you fall into the trap of Maya. And then when Maya takes it away from you, you feel very upset. So Baba says, even if you are in the best circumstances in your life, the truth is that you are a soul and your only source is Baba. And you have to realize it and have that relationship with Baba through the Murli, through yoga, and fill yourself with what Baba is giving you. And I'll tell you one incident. There's a Mata, and she told me, I have been married for the last 33 years. So she's, I think, in her 60s right now. And she said, my husband has been such a wonderful husband, I can't tell you. He was always very nice, supportive, and everything that you can imagine in a husband. But recently, he is doing just the opposite of all that he used to do. So the complete opposite. And she said, he's completely, into other women, and he's wasting all our money, and he's not taking care of me, not the children, nothing. And she was crying so profusely that all of a sudden this has changed. And then I told her that, but this is how things are supposed to be. So she said, but how is this possible? How is this possible that somebody changes overnight? So I said, it's not that somebody changes overnight. Traits are always there, but they come up at certain times. So, and again, you have to understand that it's not about analyzing why they did it, but it's about analyzing why you are so affected by it. And why have you not paid attention to inculcating a state where you understand you and God have an ultimate relationship? So then, she did the course and she's better now. So we have to understand that the nature of, so the destiny of people, places, things, and everything in the drama is to be who they are. And they are not supposed to be nice or bad or good to you. But in a favorable moment, you create that illusion and then you want it to continue, and when it doesn't, then your happiness is lost. But the truth is that you and Baba have a relationship, and if you develop that relationship, you will always be full of the treasures that Baba gives you. So this is the first point of knowledge that you have to bear in mind. Second point of knowledge is about building harmony with the drama. So you see, we live in a world, and when I say that you and Baba have a relationship, it doesn't mean you go to the jungle and just keep remembering Baba and be with Baba. So you are in a body, you are with people, you are with things, you are in a setting. Yes, there are situations. So how do you build harmony with them? So you see, there is this very flawed concept of harmony, that for harmony you need two people, two. You need, if you want to harmonize with the situation, then the situation has also needs to harmonize with you. No. There is this illusion that when you harmonize with a person, the person also needs to harmonize with you. But that's not true. And let me give you a very simple example for this. So you see, when there is an orchestra that plays, so in that orchestra, it looks like all the instruments are playing in sync with each other. Yes, they are in harmony with each other. But do you know that the orchestra practices with each other very few times? But each player of every instrument, they practice playing their instrument well on a certain note. So they have to play on a certain note, and they practice individually to perfection, and when they all play on the same note, then it is a well harmonized orchestra. So the secret to harmony is not that you harmonize with another one. The secret to harmony is, we as an individual, if I am harmonizing myself with Baba and I am on my best resonance. So you see, every soul has a resonance, just like every musical instrument sounds different. Similarly, every soul has a unique resonance. Yes, every soul is a certain soul with a certain resonance. And right now, our resonance is all messed up because of this 63 births of in Ravan Rajya. And the more we tune in with Baba, my resonance comes back to my original resonance, which is I get very fine tuned and I start singing my spiritual song. Yes, so I start being my most, my sweetest self. And then everyone else who is working on themselves will come back to their resonance, and then when we work together, it will be in harmony. So Baba says that you don't need to harmonize with anybody else to play your part. And you see, Baba always refers to this whole thing as a drama. And in the drama, what happens is every actor learns their own lines and they speak their lines with perfection. And when you look at the scene in the drama, it looks like they are all being in very good sync with each other. But basically, every actor is playing their best part. It's not about the other actor. And just imagine a scene where one actor is not saying his lines properly, but the other actor is saying his lines very well. Then what happens? This one who is playing his part well saves the whole drama. Yes, and if this one thinks that how can I speak my lines well when he is messing up his lines, then what happens? The whole drama is, compromised. So Baba says that your act doesn't depend on anybody else. You don't say, how can I be peaceful if they are shouting? What do you have to do with them? If somebody is shouting, let them shout. You be your peaceful self. You be your happy self, yes. And you see, mostly in relationships like parents and children and spouses, there is a very convoluted programming that if the child is unhappy, then how can I be happy? Or if the spouse is not being loyal, then how can I be happy? Or how can I even have swaman or dignity if my spouse is cheating on me? Or how can I be happy when the spouse is unhappy? But Baba says these are all false programmings that the Ravan Rajya has done into you. So you have to understand that you can be happy, peaceful, loveful, come what may. And your source of peace, love, happiness is Baba, and it is absolutely allowed. It is spiritually, okay to be like that. It is, and it is legal also. Yes, nobody will charge you for that according to law also. Maybe in the social law, somebody can question how can you be so happy when there is so much sorrow in the house or something. But according to godly law and also otherwise law, you are not doing anything wrong. So Baba says, you must know that this is your right, and you must know how to be your happy, peaceful self despite the people and situations not being your way. And by doing that, you are also helping the other people around and the situation around by giving them the support of your vibration. So you're not doing anything wrong. In fact, you are being a good support to situations and people around you. So Baba says, these are the things that I try to make you understand. And when you get this, and you see, Baba also tells us the most important thing, the basic thing, that I am a soul and I create my inner experience according to my man and buddhi. Yes, my man and buddhi are my instruments through which I create my inner experience. So my buddhi is my focus of attention, and what I want to focus on and how I want to play it on my mind is absolutely dependent on me. So you also now know that it's not that you are a victim of circumstances or you are a victim of the scene of drama you are in. You are choosing, you can choose your thoughts and feelings. You can choose what to focus on. You can choose how to create your thoughts and feelings. And when you are a knowledgeful soul and you say that I want happiness, I want to be happy, then why would you choose to focus on something or in some manner that makes you unhappy or that robs you of your happiness? Yes, so There are many sanskars that we have created in Ravan Rajya. Victim playing, yes, blame, judgment. These are the sanskars, complaint, criticism, anger. These are sanskars that take away my own happiness. So why would I choose to, in all my sanity, why would I choose to see a situation or behavior with the filter of these sanskars and trouble myself? Yes, what is wisdom? If you understand that somebody is doing something, and if you figure that out, you are going to be troubled, then you work on your sanskar of being troubled rather than trying to stop that person from doing it. Because if you work on your sanskar, you will be very successful. So Baba says that this is the way to lead a life of, lead a life of a knowledgeful person. And then Baba says, I give you the knowledge of me, Baba, and you can draw everything from me. You can draw the sweetness of all relationships from me. You can draw all virtues and powers from me. But if you don't use this knowledge enough and sit in silence and build that connection and draw everything from me, then how can I make you happy? Then third thing Baba tells us is drama. So Baba says, now you know that you are in your 84th birth, and now you have to finish your karmic accounts, and then you have to go back to Satyug. So keeping this knowledge in view is also very important, because everything that you see with these two eyes is perishable. And if you know something is going to perish, why attach yourself to it? So, attachment to this old world is very unknowledgeful. It's a sign of lack of knowledge. So Baba says, now you should be interested in developing sanskars that will serve you in the new world. So this is knowledge that Baba gives us. And Baba says that when you don't have enough knowledge and enough yoga power, then what happens is Maya deceives you. Yes? Now, how does Maya deceive you? So you see, when you're not full, when you are hungry, yes? So, you see, I'll tell you, I had a roommate in the hostel, and she used to be on diet. Yes, and then what she would do is, she would not eat anything, and then she would go for class. And when she would go for class, then she would be very hungry. And then what she would end up doing is eat all the wrong stuff. Because when she's hungry, she'll eat all the wrong things. And I used to always tell her that if you want to diet, fill your stomach with the right thing. Yes, so then you're not hungry, and then you will be able to abstain from eating the wrong thing. But then she never followed that, and this was a pattern. So always she would not eat anything, go, and then eat all the wrong stuff. And so Baba also tells us that if you don't fill yourself with what Baba gives you, if you don't fill yourself with peace, happiness, love from Baba, which only comes to you when you sit and remember Baba. So if you don't fill the stomach of the soul, then the soul is hungry, and then it will look for peace, love and happiness in all the wrong places. And then everything that is false and illusory will trap the soul, and then it will be deceived. Yes, so when you are wanting, have you seen, so I remember there was this one girl I knew, and she said she's in love with a colleague, and that colleague she wanted to get married to, and she had been seeing that colleague for around 6 months. And then, her father came, and when her father saw that colleague, he said, this person cannot see sideways. He is, side blind. He can only see the front. And then there was this whole revelation that that was true. But what was interesting was the father could see it in one visit, but the girl couldn't see it in 6 months. Why? Because she had her own blinders on. That I want to get married to this person. So, if you're looking for love, marriage, you're looking for happiness, you're looking for peace, then you can't even discern whether what you're hankering after is actually going to give you that. And this power of discernment is totally lost. And this is why you see there is not only cheating by Maya, but even cheating in this whole world is happening because people are blinded by their own desires and expectations. All kinds of cheating in the world happens because you are blinded by your own desire and expectations, and you can't see what is what. So Baba says that if you don't fill your stomach with the gifts, the treasures that I give you, and you are running on empty, then obviously Maya will trick you and make you fall into the trap of that which is giving you a false promise of peace, happiness, love and purity. And then what happens is you suffer after you figure out that that's not the real thing. So this is why Baba says that lack of Gyan and lack of yoga is the reason why we lose our happiness. So pay attention to imbibing knowledge, and imbibing knowledge and imbibing yoga power is an effort. But what precedes the effort is appreciation for the value of knowledge and yoga. So in this class, I am just driving you to see the value, but again the effort still rests on you and you have to make that effort. Okay, Om Shanti.